I'll never forget the first time I saw people doing dabs. I walked into a garage at a party and people are sitting on the concrete floor around this contraption with a fucking blowtorch. And I'm like, what is this?
This ain't weed, guys. What are you doing?
And now I'm hearing this. I'm like, they were physicists. Welcome to Unrolled, the show where we unroll the stories, science, and culture of cannabis. Whether you're kind of curious or a connoisseur, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. You know, the coolest shit, Miles, is like any given day of any given week, we've got something going on that's like new or a pivot or something interesting. I always joke, I'm like, dude, because I'm not in Fridays all the time, so I'll come in on like Monday or Tuesday and I'll just be like, all right, what'd I miss? What's changed?
What crazy development has
I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
But you guys are killing it. And like I said, I've seen you guys since the beginning, and I'm just happy that it's gotten this far. And we all knew it was going to get this far. It's just seeing you guys do it every single day and planning this event in February.
Chris sent us a message the other day that was awesome. And it really does speak to what we do. And it's him just like, Chris is so good at finding puzzle pieces and putting them together and then leaving it alone. And like
not messing it, dude. That's
letting it happen. He sees the vision. He sees what we see and goes, "Yes, I see that. Do it." And then he's letting us do it. And it's like, I don't know. A lot of people in this industry, I think, are like, they just have a job. They're just like doing it to do it.
Or they meddle and they get involved and they don't like know what the team actually needs. I think Chris understands what you need. And also, shout out Chris. You're the man. We appreciate you.
Chris
big fan. Whatever camera I'm looking at. Cute camera 2. Yeah, big fan of you guys. You already know that. But I'm excited for the event. I'm excited for Lēfa to be on your menu.
Yeah.
We are all wearing
3 gram baller jars.
We are all wearing the Lēfa sunglasses right now. Shout out to our friends at Lēfa. If you don't know anything about Lēfa, I'll give you a little bit rundown. They were built in Colorado and PA before they got here. Had a nice run. They trusted our lovely facility to run their operations. We are now producing Lēfa carts and rosin. Orange cake is available.
Ooh.
We have Hawaiian plushers, hand solo burger, and as of today, we have a couple new strands too as well. I have blackberry octane. We have too much grapes.
Damn.
I have a fuchsia.
Ooh, too much grapes is from Bloom. I think that sounds a good
Fuchsia Fusion is the prettiest one. So if you see that one, I tried to get it to you for today. I couldn't snag it, but next time I see you, I hope I can pull it off. And there was one more. Oh, strawberry banana.
Ooh.
Strawberry banana for.
That's a lot of flavors.
They're all 1 grams now. Yeah, it's exciting. Plus the carts too. Tell me about the carts because
I really like it. I don't like carts, and you gave me a sample, and it was really good. That's in my pocket right now. It's great.
Can you tell me which one it was?
It was the papaya burger thing. I don't remember.
No, you're fine. You're
Yeah.
fine. Papaya was a mixture of hand solo burger and
papaya burger. So that's what I'm calling it. But it's good. It's like funky and papaya. You definitely taste the papaya, but you taste the funk too.
I'm really happy the way you mentioned the mouthpiece too.
Oh yeah, it's ceramic.
It's a simple, like any kid can tell me, yo, this cart's fire, bro. When you tell me it and when you say the mouthpiece is nice, I'm like, oh my God, he's paying attention. He actually cares about what we give him. Like, thank God. Like, I told that to my team. Like, they want to hear that. They need to hear any feedback we possibly can.
I like ceramic as opposed to metal or plastic. It's just
Why? Because okay, so again for
let's
hear it.
For not knowing, so you know, right? Not really knowing the difference.
All right, I'm going to test.
Give me the.
I know you're not going to know, but I'm going to know if you know.
Tell me.
Do you remember domeless nails? Just to do a dabs off of?
Oh, I remember the nails, but I don't.
So
domeless.
All right, so like the rigs back there, they all have like female joints that like a male jointed slide fits into or a banger. So the slide is where you put the flower, the banger is where you put the dabs. Mm-hmm. There used to be male joints because they all were made to fit a female domeless joint, or a domeless nail is what they called it. And it was like a hole in the center, like this is a hole, and then there's like a moat around it. And you would heat these things up, and that's where like glowies came from. So they were titanium, right? And there was titanium they used because it has the highest melting point or like whatever. You can get it the hottest without it getting fucked up.
Yeah.
And you would rip these things red hot.
Oh no!
And then put the dab in it, and then there was like a carb cap. That's where carb caps came from because it would be sitting in the moat. And if you did a super hot dab, it was fine. But if you did a normal temperature dab, you needed to put a cap over it. And the cap had 2 little holes in it. and it would push the air around in there, and it would make it like a convection oven. And that's what like makes a lower temperature dab actually have vapor and smoke to it. You can do like a 500 degree dab without a carb cap, and you're just getting these like super airy dab. But if you have a 500 degree dab with a carb cap on it with 2 little air jets pushing down in there, moving the hot air around, it actually vaporizes that shit in there by moving.
What?
Dude, I was so ignorant when I was younger, because I remember, I'll never forget the first time I saw people doing dabs. I walked into a garage at a party and people are sitting on the concrete floor around this contraption with a fucking blowtorch, and I'm like, what is this?
This ain't weed, guys. What are you doing?
And now I'm hearing this. I'm like, they were physicists.
Little chemists. Yeah, like my first dab, like I was not coherent. It was not what I was ready for. But thankfully, with education and proper teaching on people like you, I've learned a lot.
Do you want to hear the way I did my first dab?
Let's hear it. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh boy.
It was a glass blower. I forget where they were originally from. Dude, so glass blowing school, Salem, introduced me to hippies, right? Pensgrove doesn't have hippies. They just don't. Like it's Pensgrove. It's 1 square mile town. You play sports or you smoke weed and you skateboard.
There were no hippies.
No, dude, none. I didn't know what Grateful Dead was or Fish or any of that. I didn't know what any of that was. We smoked weed and we listened to Nas. Like that was it. And so getting to glass blowing school, and I'm like, I've seen hippies on TV and stuff, you know. All right, introduced me to good weed. I'm used to buying $100 an ounce brick weed back then, you know. Get introduced to good weed, and where was I going?
Your first dab.
Oh, the first dab. So so this dude's just like living in this rental house in Pensgrove. He's like, come over. I'm like, all right. And he's got his glass blowing shop set up in the basement, but the guy he lives with grows weed somewhere. I never figured out where, but he had like fresh weed. Yep. And he was like, here, we're going to make dabs. I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So he had a tube, like the tubing we use to blow glass with. It's just a clear tube, 50 millimeter tube with hollow inside. He had pulled it down to a round bottom and popped a little hole, and it was open on the other side. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he's shoving the weed in there. And then he puts a coffee filter over the open end. And then he pulled out a can of Vector butane, which I'd never seen. And Vector butane is like 8x refined butane.
Yeah.
Right?
Stuff.
It's like not rancid. It's not disgusting. Can't smell it. It has no smell to it. Okay. And he fucking filled this tube up with butane. And you see the weed get wet. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? And then it falls out through the coffee filter into a Pyrex dish that's sitting inside of another Pyrex dish with warm water in it. So when it hits the double, the dry one floating, it starts evaporating off that butane right away. Because butane boils at like 32 degrees anyway. As soon as it comes out of that can, it's boiling. It turns to gas. So you're condensing that gas to a liquid inside that glass chamber. It's condensing to a liquid and falling out the bottom through the coffee filter, dropping into the warm collection container, bubbling off, and then you get what looks like a loogie in there. and then so that was how we purged it back then, right? It hit the warm thing, you waited for the bubbles to stop. You're like, we're good.
My God.
And then you could either get a little glass tube now that looked like a crack pipe, just a little 12 millimeter tube. And then you would get a rod and you would get a little gather on it hot, a little tiny gather. And then you would set that down and squish a little dimple into it, wait for it to cool off a little, and then take a glob of that fucking loogie and fucking drop it on there while it was hot and catch the smoke with the tube.
Yeah, I had a nectar collector.
Yeah,
that's
well, it was. No, you weren't the nectar.
I know, but I'm sure that's
you were
primitive.
Way more iterations.
Even more.
Oh my God! Yeah.
I thought that was pretty bad too. Nectar collector.
And the other way is like a hookah stone. So you could get a smoking stone, break off a chunk, light it, get it, whatever, cherried, and then drop that dab on that. and catch it with the
Holy
tube.
shit.
So we were like freebasing dabs.
I wish like we could like teleport your future self to like with like a pivot or like a Puffco and like just take this shit. Like, don't do what you're doing.
But it's like what we pictured in the 2000s the future would look like. He comes back in like a trench coat with like looking like the Matrix, be like, here you go. Everything's chrome.
There are flying cars, but we have this.
Yeah, so that was, but at the same time they had a fucking volcano, which is a vaporizer, so they're on the other end of the technology there where like, so we did that, and then you go up and they'd be filling up this giant bag with vapor, and I'm like, what's it filling up with? I don't see any smoke. And they're like, it's vaporized, and I'm like, what?
Whoa.
What the fuck is that? And then you hit it and it just tasted amazing.
Getting
It tastes
cooked
like
up
gravy.
the dry herb.
Dude, my boy whited out. I brought my high school friend over, and I was like, dude, we gotta go. So
That's how because you can't taste it. You're not.
dude, you're just
expecting
5 minutes later. You're like, where am I? Like,
Plus, those volcano bags are pretty filled up.
oh,
it's a lot of smoke.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of.
These hippies are crazy, man.
They were, man. They were. And they're looking at us from Pensgrove like, who the fuck are these guys in here?
Oh my God.
Who are we teaching how to do dabs?
Yeah.
Pensgrove sounds like a really cool place to live.
It was, dude,
Like
it was
growing up.
awesome. I loved it. I just went to my 25-year reunion.
How's that?
Or 20 years, shit, 20. Just 20. It was
Just 20.
awesome. We graduated with like 100 people. So like, I guess like 50 or 60 of them showed up. We had a good old time, dude.
I was too punk to go to mine. I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
I didn't have like a Lambo or like anything cool to come back with.
Yeah.
I didn't have, like,
Nothing to flex with.
I was friends with everybody, so it was
Yeah,
fun, dude.
that's
Like
the
I
thing.
fit into all the crowds. Like if it was the gangsters, the skaters, the jocks, all of them. Like I was friends with a little bit of everybody. So I go back to a reunion.
fluid.
Where'd you grow up?
It's funny how you mentioned that because that's where I was going with my hat. So
Yeah, dude, I'm curious
It
about
looks
the
like an
hat.
LRG hat. I was gonna ask the tree.
Well,
tell you.
we were almost, I was like, I asked him about the hat before we started rolling, and he was like, it's actually a pretty good story. I was like, well, then wait until we're rolling. So what's the deal with the hat?
So my parents were from New York and they brought us to New Jersey when we were born. So we grew up in Freehold, New Jersey.
Okay.
The area code in Freehold, New Jersey is 732.
Okay.
If you can see on this hat,
That's that tree too.
732.
Get it.
A good pal of mine who is in our industry. He sells some clothing. I'm not plugging him, but it's also just like
Plug him, dude.
yeah,
I like
he's a badass, and I really appreciate him. But you can look up all of his stuff on
Say,
732.
Is that the name of the brand?
Yeah, 732.
All right,
732. But like,
732.
Love it.
shout out to him. I appreciate you so much and all your hard work. But yeah, he does one-offs. So like, I believe this is one of the only of this hat
That's
I
awesome.
have.
And it's like your style hat, which is
That's
cool.
some
It's a different
Yeah.
kind of
He
hat.
literally gave
Yeah.
to me. I'm like, I will never take this off. But the thing is too with them, he does hoodies, all that. It's like, how you guys are messing with yard rolls and like you have my boy come up here with that. He's that type of like, he's good for the community. Like he's a superstar. They bring him to pop-ups at NJ Leaf. He's there. Like he's there with us. And I really did appreciate him and all of his hard work. And the clothes look cool too. Like I don't wear swag. I don't dress the coolest in my opinion. But like when I do find something I like, I'm gonna keep wearing it. And this is a pretty cool hat. So, but yes, 732. Shout out Freehold. That's where I went to elementary school. But it's so funny. The first dispensary I went to for Green Lightning, one of the first dispensaries was NJ Leaf. My dad lives 5 minutes away from there. So
That's cool, dude.
It's all
Great.
love. It's nice to bring it all into the community. But yeah.
That's pretty sweet. And dude, you saying the first place you went to with Green Lighting brings me back to, we were there literally the first week that you started. I don't think it was the first day.
It was close.
It was the first week.
But
I always say first day, but definitely like my first day of like actual work because I was not ready for you guys to come.
You were
was
like,
gonna
dude, Miles is like, how do I squish rosin? That was my first encounter with Miles. He's like, you made this live resin? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, all right, listen, this is what I've been doing.
Shout out to my boys too. Yeah, we're pressing. Like they have a press, and like I wanted to like.
I think you had a hair straightener back then.
They had this nice ass press, but like we got to put more effort into it and like bring more flour into it.
Yeah, you were squishing flour. You need to be squishing hash.
I need to be cushioned there. I mean, fresh press hash. You like that?
You need to squish hash, not flour.
I'm down to listen. I'm all for it. I'm all for learning. But yes, no, first week literally, and
Chris,
it was a whirlwind, but also it makes this feel so much better because like I said, we've seen the growth. I'm here. on a Wednesday morning. You've convinced me. You've I've been kidnapped. No, like
this is twist
great.
his arm.
Yeah, literally. Like, this is like these are great people. You've already known them. You've shopped at their stores. You've seen them on the road. They are your neighbors. They are your friends. They are in your community. What more could they prove to you? Because they are what the gold standard is, in my opinion, for what we want to do, or what I want to do with cannabis. We want affordable weed for people. We want people to have a safe space to get these things. We want to have them keep coming back here. Frosty has all those things, and like I said, even I wasn't wearing the green lighting stuff, I'd shop here. I do appreciate you guys and all your hard work.
No, we appreciate that, dude.
And you guys can lower the guns. He said,
yes. Please, untow my car, whatever. You blocked my car in here, right?
Yeah, that'll work. That sounded good.
How was the snow for you guys?
Heavy.
Yeah.
At first, it was good. It was nice and fluffy. So, like, I waited for that. As soon as it switched to ice, I was like, all right, let me get the light, fluffy snow out of the way. And I put some salt down, and it made the rest of the shoveling easier. And now my dogs are shitting on the spot where I shovel instead of, And you're kick frozen shit aside as I'm walking up the sidewalk.
It's funny because I was talking to my dad, and he's like, your brother like scooped out like a whole area of snow in the yard for the dog to go.
Oh, good for
and she
him,
just
dude.
and she walks right past it through the deep stuff, right into it, and just does her thing over there. I don't understand. I'm like, hey, man, whatever.
And you're a PA guy, right? You're a Philly guy?
Yeah.
So
I'm just outside Philly. Yep.
my thing was, I saw some videos of the snowstorm. Like we're all at home, so like doing nothing, right?
Yep.
I see Philly.
Yeah.
they got the ATVs on the steps.
Oh, yeah.
They were at the really?
They were sledding on the steps.
Yeah.
They were doing
Snowboarding,
those.
sledding down the art museum steps. You see like the people going through the streets with like Jeeps and ATVs, like towing people and shit. Dude, fun. If there's fun to be had, Philly will have it.
Did they even plow?
I saw a plow video.
Yeah.
The guy was going, he's like, y'all ain't going nowhere today.
Oh, man.
He's just going down the street. They were already in. And
he made it worse?
Making the bottles like that. And there's a fucking lady out there trying to shuffle the car out.
Dude, no.
And he blasts right by. And he goes, go inside.
Oh my God.
It was like, bro.
I mean, I'm not trying to throw some shade on the plowers of New Jersey. This year they were not.
Oh
they
my
were
God.
they were not on it this year. I apologize to.
For what it's worth, so I was all weekend. We started getting snow Sunday morning,
Saturday
night. Yeah, so we started getting snow then, and I didn't leave the house until Tuesday morning to come in, and I'm clearing my car off. And like at the apartment complex, man, they excavated.
Oh yeah,
they did a good job. So as I'm driving in, I'm like, all right, some roads are questionable. I take pretty much 295 down the whole way, so it was pretty good there. But I know, like we were closed Sunday and then Monday till like 3 p.m. here, I think, because I'm guessing
the back roads suck. The main road was good, but all the back roads, they're still rough. I mean, it's so
you guys
frozen.
made the right play for closing, because I know places stayed open. I'm like, bro, like you're not getting your customers that you want. And I'm like, this is not shade. This is not me throwing like close your stores, people. Like you can survive one day.
We told them the whole Thursday, Friday, Saturday leading up to it, come stock up for the
you were
snow
prepared.
storm.
It's almost like you care about your customer fan base.
Yeah. And then dude, they were ready at 3 o'clock that day.
And also like you can, the day the snow melts, come on in. We got a crazy deal for you.
Yeah.
Come on in. You know what I'm saying?
We made sure they knew they had to come stock up before.
That's awesome. Yeah. Shout out to Nug Nation.
Yeah.
All the people of the Nug Nation. They are all.
Dude.
And speaking of Nug Nation, can I tease the event now?
Tease what you want.
Oh man. Okay. I signed an NDA for this one, but I've been cleared to release information. So on February 13th, if you are in the Carneys Point area, please stop by. Green Lightning and Frost Nug are having a lovely event from 5 to 9 for people who celebrate Valentine's Day, for people who celebrate Friday the 13th. Yeah. There will be a bunch of activations of our brands. Groove, Strike, our Thunder by Edibles. We have Flower from Green Lightning. It's one of those things I don't want you to miss, but for the people who are going to be there, it's going to be a treat. I love working with these guys. I love when they call me up to do stuff. I'm really excited about this one because we had a nice little meeting and we had a nice little brainstorm sesh, and I'm looking forward to doing that in the future as well, because I believe with proper production and proper preparation, anything can be achieved. But yes, February 13th, if you are in the Carnegie Point area, come on by the Frosted Nug. We got a Valentine's Day extravaganza with Friday the 13th as well. Bunch of cool stuff. So please. Also, we'll be promoting it a bunch of times throughout the month as well.
We just got the landing page done, so we're going to have it on all over. I think that QR code works now.
I think we got, I don't know if it's showing up on this camera right now, but this screen right here.
Yeah,
there's some really cool stickers too, guys. That my good pal made.
I get you a button too. There's buttons.
Oh, yeah, got a button. Yeah.
Right,
pinned up.
Cam deemed him VIP, so he got a button.
Yeah, I told Cam, be choosy. Only give it to people that are buying Green Lightning.
I really do appreciate you fellas, though, and that's super exciting because 5 to 9, you can come after work. You know, if you don't have plans for Valentine's Day, you can hang out with us.
Yeah.
Bring a friend. You might get another chance to win a raffle.
Yeah.
Give a little scoop, dude. Give a little scoop on some of the activations. What do people got in store for, man? Because this is pretty sweet. It's not only Valentine's Day, but also Friday the 13th, which are like so contrasting, but it's like you got a good, I feel like it's a good crowd for
dark and
both.
romantic.
Dark romance, yeah. What do we got going on, dude? What's the scoop?
We're going to, all right, so we got the back room and the front room. So we're going to be able to have a congregating area in the front for everybody to come and just learn about the brand in general. And then in the back, we're going to have some activation sites set up because we can consume in the back. We have a different suite. We have a different address. It's going to be hosted by the Connoisseurs Club. So we're going to have it back there. And you said you have Thunder Bites, you have Groove,
I got
you have Strike, and then you have Green Lightning.
Yes,
so
sir.
what I'm seeing is a station that has a bong and one of our jack, rolling joints. And then the next station we have a Puffco and a dab rig, and I'll be giving out perfect dabs to people of that. And then we'll have,
because this man's, as we know, been through all iterations of dab technology.
and
You
then
survived.
we got a
the toughest
Zenko.
conditions.
We'll set up the Zenko for the groove so people can do a little mocktail, drink of dab or drink of vape, and then we'll have some trays. We'll be walking around with some trays of some edibles from Thunder Bites. And then I think at each one of those stations, the idea is if you complete, you don't necessarily have to take a dab or do a bong rip, but learn about the flower, learn about you have to come listen to the person at the table, give the spiel of what that product is and how to consume it the right way. And then you get a ticket, and then that ticket's going to go towards a basket that you guys were talking about. That's pretty awesome.
There might be some swag in there, perhaps.
I think there's going to be a little bit of everything in there. So yeah, I think you have a chance to win a really nice basket from Green Lightning, and we're also working on some local baskets that you can put them in onto with some local community people that we've been talking to, and hopefully we get a nice little. I want people to come in and highlight the other brand, just community ties, community partners that we want to bring in and bring things together, bring them together with you guys, bring the community together with everything, and just make it all mesh well.
You know what's cool is that Green Lightning is vertically integrated, and it's as another company in New Jersey that is vertically integrated and getting, the other two arms up and running now. It's pretty sweet to be able to do stuff like this, do events like this where you're kind of bringing together the whole gauntlet of everything. And I know now it's crazy because again, we were there for your first week and now we're here all these months later. What's it been like from your perspective, dude? Working in the role that you are at a vertically integrated company. I'm sure it's different. We get a lot of reps who come here for different brands that are manufacturing things, or we talk to people who are growing, and you kind of have to be, I guess, involved in all fronts of everything. What's that like for you day to day?
It's a great question, and I do appreciate you asking me that because it honestly has been a really insane journey. I was a part-time budtender at Curaleaf, and I was trying to pay for my student loans, and I had another job working at a museum in Philadelphia. I worked at the University of Pennsylvania.
What museum?
Part-time. University of Pennsylvania.
All right. Yeah.
I worked in the archives with my good pal. Shout out to my pal Alex, if he's still there in the archives. I had a minor in anthropology for college, so I wanted to do museum work.
He throws genius around other people.
The only thing is that, one, the job was in Philly, so I had to commute, and two, you're not really getting paid handsomely at the age that I was to do
archiving museum things.
I'm basically an intern, a glorified intern, waiting for these people to die, and I get their job.
Wow.
Respectfully.
Wow. I mean, honestly.
That didn't work out. I couldn't wait too long. I had bills to pay. I had a.
You guys are only 40.
Crazy to say this. I was engaged at that time. Like this is a whole different. Like, you don't know.
Whole different miles.
You don't know this guy, unfortunately. But now you do. And so in that time,
did you have a sweater vest on?
no sweater vest on. But so
my man's was wearing Argyle out there.
I had to dress up. I had to dress up in Philadelphia all the time. The beauty of Curaleaf was that I met some amazing people there. I met some great people that are still in my life today, which is crazy to say that. But this was a part-time thing. It was not supposed to be consuming my life. This was not supposed to be my phone blowing up every single day because people want some green lightning or they want an event. It was literally just I needed some money, got into it. I'm passionate about anything I do, but being welcomed in this community by my Curaleaf people, it got me through a tough time, and then it shows that anything is literally possible if you just put your mind to it. And I know that's cliche. I know it's so corny, but I dropped out of college. I took some time off, went back, graduated during COVID. Got lucky. Got to do my courses online. Curaleaf worked out because I walked away from Curaleaf and went to Nova Farms. We opened that up in Woodbury. Very successful dispensary. Had my time there. Went over to Green Lightning, and the rest is history. I met some dynamic individuals. Respectfully, my boss, Carly, is a superstar. She deserves all the credit.
She worked at Nova too, right?
She sure did. She took a chance on me at Curaleaf and got me the job. Literally could have said no, because I had no weed experience. It was a part-time gig. It could have been anybody. I had a good resume, thankfully, but took a chance on me. Could not thank her enough, and that's why I work as hard as I do, because, if I could provide that service to anybody or someone who didn't even know anything about me, for people I care about, it's easy. I can do this for you guys. This is a podcast. Oh my God, I'm getting paid for this. I'm hanging out. I'm hanging out with my friends at work.
I'm like, Chris, I got to get off the phone. I got to go do a podcast. He's like, all right, go. Okay.
And Chris is like, yeah, no, that's good. Go do that.
Go.
Meanwhile,
he's like, wait, Miles is there? He's like, okay, go. What are you doing? Talking to you, man.
But my boss. The beauty of it is yes, this is work, and Chris is
wild,
Chris is a badass. You guys are badass.
We're blessed, dude.
Yes, we have fun.
Lucky. This is fucking awesome.
We have fun, but you are hardworking people who I'm thankful I get to tie myself to, because we need to make money, obviously, but also we have to support the community. The community is what it's all about. These people, the people outside this room, they need your help, and thankfully you are here for them. You are here to stay, and I'm just happy that I can even.
The thing I feel connected to you on is the way you connect with all the customers, and the way, before this, dude, I went to Curaleaf when I first got my medical card, and then hated it, and then just stopped going to dispensaries.
Yeah.
That was it. And I was like, I've never, Twisted Hat, sorry, down the street, I just never went. They opened as the local pothead. You'd think I'd be first in line to go, and I'm like, fuck that, dude, dispensary weed sucks, and I'm not buying in. I grow my own fucking weed. That's why I grow my weed. But my point is, now that I'm here, my goal is to educate the people that are coming in to go, don't buy bullshit. There's so much bullshit on the market. Here's what to look for. Here's what it should smell like.
Because now having gone through, that okay, not all dispensary weed sucks.
Yeah, exactly. There is good stuff.
And also, not all of it's that great either, respectfully. Yeah. And I'm not saying anything about your menu. I'm just saying, as a consumer myself, thankfully I got lucky with Green Lightning because the weed's good, right? I can smoke the stuff. I can buy my own stuff. Discounted rate, great, fantastic. I like to smoke other weed too. There are other brands I like to try. there are some high quality stuff out there. I'm not going to name any names. Sorry, guys. I got to promote my stuff. I cannot name you on this podcast. You're going to buy your stuff. No, there's some heavy hitters out there.
Well, I was also naive about that.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
Yes.
I can admit to myself that I was the stubborn local piehead that's like, I'm not buying.
I used to buy pre-rolls.
I'm not buying, and I would never go in and buy pre-rolls because I was so biased to them. And that's why I'm so impressed when I see good pre-rolls now.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm like, no way am I going to go pay top dollar for a pre-roll from the store that I know is trim.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
And that's how it was. If I would get a pre-roll from Curaleaf,
$20 pre-rolls.
what is this? You know, just tastes like air.
$20 pre-roll better be infused and also make my hair grow.
So I think that's what I'm trying to get at is
the new biotin pre-roll.
I want
CRC's
people
gonna love that.
to feel comfortable trusting, and I think you're good at that, is feel comfortable trusting the people that are selling you this product in the store to not just be trying to make $1 off of you, that this is actually good and here's why it's good. Right.
So, as a brand rep before, because I'm now the sales rep.
Woo!
Thank you. You're absolutely right, because I could sit there and be like, yeah, everything on the menu, straight gas. I love it. I smoke all of it all the time. I don't do that. I can't do that.
Right.
That one, it's impossible because we have like 85 strains.
Sure.
And two, I have some integrity. I will tell you what I'm smoking on at Green Lighting every single time. I'm like, yeah, on my kitchen cable, I got Pro Cadillac. I have Super Boof in the car, and then I have, a Lēfa, you know what I'm saying? Like just things that I smoke because I am a consumer myself. And I always preface that because they don't want to hear some salesman sell them the cheap.
They trust your taste.
Exactly. Like and trust me, their eyes light up and like, oh my God, you have to try this stuff? I'm like, some of these buyers don't even smoke. Some of these people do not.
That's why.
They're buying weed for the dispensary. Granted, they know, more about numbers and moving weight than I do, however, because they're buyers. They aren't even smoking the product or trying it. I love talking to these
huge
people.
blind spot.
I love talking to you guys about like what sample I can give you next time.
We have data too, but I know if it's actually good. I know if the data
exactly
people are buying a hype or people are buying what's actually good, and that's an actual touch point.
Yes. And that's going to make you a long lasting figure in this industry, and what's going to make these people die out because they're not getting it, and it's dangerous. It's dangerous what they're doing. Like they keep buying stuff that they cannot move. And this isn't just about Green Lighting. This is about the industry as a whole.
Yeah, 100%.
They keep putting dispensaries in places that shouldn't be, right next to someone's well-established dispensary, and it's just things like that. It's like we're paying attention. I know we are paying attention, but is the CRC paying attention, or is anybody is there any entity to paying attention to this stuff? So
I mean, dude, there's so much business to it of like what people care enough to pay attention to, and it's messy and convoluted, but we know that, and it's like the sooner I think you know that, the easier it becomes to navigate. But you have traveled to a lot of different dispensaries, so you see a lot.
Sure do.
And and what you're talking about with like, you could have a budtender who's just a salesperson or someone who is a consumer and who's passionate. And what do you think? Maybe a better question is, why do you think these dispensaries hire people or keep people on that are just salespeople? Like, why do you think they condone it?
That's a good one. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I'll tell you one thing that I've saw in my travels, and it kind of shifted. So when we first got into recreation, a lot of people had Curaleaf teaching and training towards them. What does that mean? They had medical facilities. Like they had medical patients. So we had to know this stuff. We had to know allotment. We had to know how
patient inboarding.
Yes, we had to know like important stuff. There was more care at that point.
Sure.
Recreation came to New Jersey, and I feel like people just wanted to make money. And if you have retail experience, you could be a budtender. It's not always the case.
You don't even need retail experience. You
Exactly.
just need to know how to run a register.
And also, if you're here when we're onboarding you, just shut up and listen to me for 2 weeks. You'll master it, and then I'll leave you alone.
I think a lot of them don't want people to master the sales pitch because they don't want the conversations to happen because it takes too long and inhibits the flow of customers.
You are 1,000% right. We want to get these people in and out of the building. That's what we always.
I've talked to multiple people that have dispensaries, and that's their business model, and they're not ashamed of it. That's what they want. They built this business to make money, and they want the fastest amount of people come. What's the quickest amount of time from when they walk in the door to when they walk out the door? That's all they want.
You're absolutely right. However, and then it comes to the customer service part when they leave and they leave the bad reviews. Oh my God, the budtender gave me this horrible service. Oh my God, they didn't tell me anything that was in the product. Oh my God, you paid money to get this product and you're blaming somebody else. Like your hard-earned money and you're blaming the 18 or the 21-year-old who just smoked on his break. You know what I'm saying? Like, take some accountability, but also that's where we come in. That's where the education comes in. That's where these events come in. We are giving these people everything they need to succeed in this. And if they don't want to smoke weed, that's on them. The people who do want to smoke weed, they'll be the 13th.
And we also know that people do that on Google, so don't give them a reason to.
Yeah. And dude, it really is like a business model where it's like we get people in and out as fast as we can. And it's like to the point where you could do a time study and be like, we have people, from the entrance to the point of sale is this amount of time. We, since the beginning, we've been like talking like, sometimes we'll have people who are here for like 15, 20 minutes. And that's awesome.
Get them out of here.
By the time they're done the whole gambit,
like,
it's like,
be like, they'll be chilling here. And that's like, to us, that's a win. Yeah. Because, I mean, again, from the community aspect, first and foremost, at the core of it, like we want people to feel like this is a place where they can come and hang out and just like, and have the conversations, because then on the business perspective, where else are you going to want to go than the place that you feel comfortable and you want to hang out? And the more time that you're in the store, the more time you're going to look around and see a new product, or you're going to see something on the screens that are everywhere.
Or talk to a
QR code to scan.
Exactly.
Fill out.
Talk to a lovely employee.
It's
you guys are great staff. I would love to talk to you guys.
Make a connection. Dude, I've been sitting in here sometimes, like I lost track of how many times. I'll keep the studio door open and I'll just be sitting here on my laptop working on stuff. And someone will look in and peek in and just, because you see a podcast studio in a dispensary. It's interesting, right?
Talk to that guy every single time.
They peek in. I'm like, what's going on, man? And oftentimes they'll come in and we'll have a conversation. Sometimes it's 5 minutes. I had some dude here who was 40 minutes talking to me one time. We just talked about
you need a button under the table to start rolling for those.
I should. Oh my God.
Yeah, you should start.
Dude, that'd be great.
Ask customers for their little...
then just get them to sign a form. Hey,
yeah. We're like, I need a sign on the door by entering. You consent to being recorded.
Fine print, like
Come on in. A bunch of stuff.
You can't leave. No, but that'd be cool. Like I'd watch you talk to customers about
fly on the wall.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, look, there's so many. At the end of the day, too, it's like we have so many things where it's like we should be rolling at all times. I'm like, who's going to sort through all that footage? I was sorting footage the other day, and I'm like, oh crap, I have to get those photos that I took over to Miles and what was the new brand rep's name?
Julia. Oh, Victoria is the new one.
Victoria?
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, I have to get it over to Miles and Victoria still. I'm like, oh crap. Let alone like button here, recording at all times. So, in theory, yes, we'll baby step it.
Yeah. We're going to crawl.
Love it.
Crawl first.
Yeah. No, it's, let me ask you, dude, you're ripping now. You're coming on you're rapidly approaching a full year with Green Lightning. What's been some of the big, realizations for you, man? I like the saying that you can only connect the dots looking backwards, because when you keep moving forward, you kind of just like, you don't know what's coming next. But when you take a step and you look back, it's like, oh, I can make sense of all of this now. I can see the bigger picture. What's been the bigger picture for you, man, with the almost year now here?
You're really good at asking questions.
I know, dude. He's so good at guiding.
He's like too good at asking questions.
I know.
I'm going to pass. I'm kidding now.
I don't have a good enough answer.
Should I phone a friend? Is Dave around for that? So great question. My realization is, and honestly, I had a pretty big one this weekend when my Instagram got banned.
Got banned?
Yeah, I got banned this week.
Damn.
Yeah,
permanently or?
I don't know what they. But the thing is, I've been posting everything I posted that day that I got banned. I've been posting it for whatever. So it's like either someone got mad at me one day. Don't worry, February 13th still going on, baby. Frost and Nug. Can't stop us.
Can't stop, won't stop.
But it's about being true to yourself. Don't let the outside noise get to you, because I see a lot of people on my travels. I talk to a lot of people on my travels. Everyone has their opinion about everything. Everyone thinks they're right. Everyone thinks you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's we can never agree on anything in this industry. And if we can never agree on anything in the industry, we will never grow in this industry. So what am I rambling about? I'm rambling about community, we as cannabis workers need to come together, and whoever's listening to this, feel free to, I say DM, I don't have Instagram, text me.
Feel free to send up
LinkedIn.
smoke signals.
We're going to post on LinkedIn, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, please reach out if you want to collaborate or anything like that, because I could see the downturn of our industry. I could see, I've seen the bad. I've seen the really good of it too. And I think coming together, the things we get to do together are fantastic. You are half an hour away from me. I can't outreach the people who are 2 hours away too much. I want them to have the same amount of love that I give to you. And the other brand reps know that. The other sales team members know that. It's all a matter of just keeping it together, though. And I'm happy that I've gotten to spend my time at Green Lightning. It's opened so many doors for me. I've met so many amazing people. Dab Shavaganza. We had tailgates. We have frosted. I had a damn Zogi sandwich. Tell me a Zoc next.
Zoc.
Yes,
Dumpster.
Yeah, you got to say it. But there's been so many amazing things I've been part of. I just want to be able to keep doing that. I want to make not even me. I want to make a new another brand rep. Not even Green Lightningers. I want other people to pass on the torch, because I'm one person. You're one guy, and I know you're working your ass off. I know you're working your butt off. You guys are we are all our own people. We cannot go above and beyond all the time, because you got a family. I'm trying to build a family. I'm 30 years old next year. Mm-hmm. It's crazy to say it out loud, but it's just we don't need to be working 80 hours all the time.
Yeah.
I like money. I like to work. But you know what I'm saying? We don't have to keep just, forcing square pegs into circle holes. Is that what I'm saying? Is that the correct?
I think that, yep.
I don't know. It's not reinventing the wheel. It's just, I just wish people would understand that it's not as deep as it has to be. We're just here to sell weed and keep selling weed.
You know what it reminds me of, or makes me think of, is that everybody has this idea of what's going to work and what's right. And they're all right. You can, if you put enough time, effort, and energy into anything, it will work eventually. It's just what lane do you want to pick?
It's your impact too. Who are you affecting? Are you affecting on the good side? Are you back? It's are you messing up?
And how much do you have to put into it to get it?
That's
right. What's the timeline? What's
the squeeze?
Exactly. And like you said, it's cliche for a reason, because it's true. It's you can do anything you set your mind to. You can do anything you set your mind to, man. In the good words of Eminem. But honestly, dude, that's the thing is somebody might be doing it a different way. And they might be right in their world, in their own way, and they'll make it work. Doesn't mean that you need to also do it that way. I think that rings true for everything, but it's just interesting seeing how it takes shape in the cannabis industry, because prior to this, doing almost 10 years in just video and media business, it was the same thing. I was in masterminds and networking groups, and I would see people post about this is the way to do it. This is the way to do it. You're not selling this. You're doing it wrong. And I'm you guys are right. You guys are right. I'm right. We're all doing it. And it's just cool to hear you say it now in this world too,
Man, you guys are awesome. You're sweet. But no, I appreciate people like you, because you understand, I don't look like a sales rep. I don't look like a South Jersey sales rep. But you treat me like one. And people treat me like I deserve it, honestly, in the industry. I respect that. And because I've always show respect, and I've always liked to be conscious of other people's feelings. But at Green Lightning, my voice is heard. I'm happy there. I'm happy with the team. I'm happy with the new exciting things we have in 2026. The year just started, and I feel like it's been
it's still January.
I don't understand. That actually upset me what you said. Actually upset me what you said. I want this month to end.
Oh man!
But no, dude. This is awesome, and
hell yeah, dude.
We're about to expose way more people to your brand than I already know it. With this thing,
it's gonna be sweet.
Did you guys know that Dave blows glass?
I was gonna think there was a glass blowing analogy with doing it a bunch of different ways too, but I hate talking about myself too much.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah,
and that's I'm gonna be your co-host on the new hit show. No.
But no, it applies to that too. What to do, and you get to the same outcome 1,000 1,000 different ways. And none of them are right. None of them are wrong. There might be a most efficient way, but I don't know. That's for the person that's doing it to come across themselves. You have to fail at it so many times doing it that way to have the realization to go, oh, I just have to do this. And then, that's usually what it is. A little tiny adjustment. And then, but you have to, that applies to everything in life. If somebody's going through some shit, you telling them that they're going through some shit is just you being judgy at that point.
Exactly.
It's like, unless they're like putting it on you, which is like a thing that people do. If they're going through something, they project it onto you and make you feel like it's your fault that that's happening to them, but you have to just realize that's happening and go, all right, man, you're having a bad day, I guess.
And you're absolutely right when it comes to like doing it one way and doing it somewhere. So when I got into brand repping, I had no idea what I was doing, like genuinely. Like I wanted to do it. I've always I used to be a supervisor at Nova. I used to handle the pop-ups. Whoever was coming in, I'd tell them, hey, stand over in the corner. Anything you need, you talk to me, and the discounts applied, all that stuff. Hand out your swag to people, whatever. I would go on Instagram and watch other brand reps do what they do. I also would see the bad brand reps with the good brand reps come into the store and know what they would do. Mm-hmm. I took pieces of what worked and what didn't work.
That's the way to do it.
And it's not like I'm not copying anybody.
Learn from other people's mistakes.
Exactly.
That's all
It's and like I would record every pop. I'm you guys see it. Like I take pictures of every single thing because I want you to see what I see. Mm-hmm. There is that we have a unique job. Mm-hmm. You're not seeing this content anywhere else. Mm-hmm. Why not make a dumb joke while I'm doing it? You know what I'm saying? Why not like put myself at risk for like 2 seconds? While, you know what I'm saying? Why not smoke a J? Yeah. Like it's cannabis is supposed to be uplifting and freeing, and that's just how I was always told. Like I had a great conversation with somebody last week, and I promise I won't ramble too much. She literally said, and shout out Tori, big fan of you, NJ Leaf, how do you? She told me a great story. We used to buy weed from our dealers who were cool. And I'm like, oh my God. It's that simple. Yeah. I wasn't going to some dweeb buying weed. I want to go to the guy
who get this from.
Yeah, what is this? Like we go to the people we trust, we go to the people who are cool, we want to be cool, we want to feel good. Man, I got some crazy elephant toenail. I got some elephant, you know what I'm saying? And that's what just makes we're not reinventing the wheel. We are not. It's not that hard.
And in a place like Ben's Grove, people are, I think, around here need so I'm just thinking of okay, when you think of community center in places, I just think of a state funded thing with a couple video games and some chairs, and it's oh yeah, now that the kids in town have something to do. It's what do you want us to do here? Yeah. Go outside and smoke weed? Now the kid come back in and play. I don't know. But now, a grown-up community center has a dispensary and a coffee bean roastery and a spot to get a great cup of coffee or a spot to rent out to have a birthday party at or to go sit in a sauna or to, any of the things that we're going to be able to do here. It's an actual place that somebody in the community can come and have options. Do I want to get a cup of coffee? Do I want to, You know
what I think, dude, at the end of the day, it's the best things don't have to announce what they are. If you're cool, you don't say you're cool. Oh, yeah, if you're a community vibe, you don't have to say it. It just is.
I appreciate all the support I've gotten from our industry. Man, you guys calling me cool. I'm not cool. Please don't.
You're super cool, bro.
You guys are freaking cool. And also, if you haven't seen Frosted Nug yet, you got to take a look at it in the snow. I drove up here today and it looks really majestic. Pretty outside. It looks so peaceful.
Wait till your next storm. Make sure you got 4-wheel drive.
Oh, yeah, don't drive that.
Nah, dude, it's cool, man.
Stock up before this weekend storm.
Yep, yeah, pretty much.
It's gonna snow again.
It's supposed to. Yep.
How much?
Enough that it's probably gonna suck.
Yeah.
Sundays. Man. The snow shit's really getting played out. It's really messing up.
Messing up the vibes.
Messing up the driving around the state vibes, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
In my Chevy Malibu that I love driving.
We're going to start
all right, we need a truck for Miles.
I was going to say, get Miles a wrapped green lightning truck. Fund.
I hear lightning.
You want a car? Get your car. No,
oh man,
I would love to. I don't like big trucks though.
Well, they have 4-wheel drive.
I was going to say
that's all.
That's all.
How about a Jeep?
No,
Jeep
don't
could
get a
work.
Jeep.
No.
Jeeps don't have four-wheel
Dude,
drive.
I've had
Jeeps have
three-
four-wheel
No,
drive.
they do, but they all suck. After I've had 3 dud Jeeps, and I know multiple people. with
Like a
Jeeps.
Wrangler or like
Wranglers. I had a fucking
Jeep Cherokee?
Patriot, and a Cherokee.
Oh,
They all sucked.
my dad had a Patriot or a Cherokee.
Sucked. They all sucked.
They suck.
I had a Wrangler. It was a 95
I would-
Wrangler. It was my first car. It had problems, but I also, because I was like, let's put 6 inches of lift and big wheels. It was
yeah.
not, it was like,
So what about Ram
it's like,
trucks?
please kill me.
Those cool?
Yeah, we got a Dodge.
Rams are
Connect.
nice.
We'll hook
Dodge
you
Ram?
up.
Ram.
Yeah.
We do have a Ram. Dodge
Spear
Connect,
Dodge,
yeah.
shouts out.
Rams are nice, man.
Is it a frosted nug?
Yeah, they're
Truck?
one of our
Investor.
investors.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay tuned. If you see Niles plowing down the road in the middle of the snow,
Get you
no
a
matter the
Durango or
weather, you know it started
I'll
here.
plow for you guys. I also love looking at the camera because I love watching podcasts. I love like cue to me like
Breaking the wall.
You gotta get one of these going right
I'm kind of happy
here.
I wore sunglasses the whole time because I was looking at the camera the whole time. But it's funny. It's funny.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate the hell out of you guys, and this.
And we
is-
appreciate
this,
you.
This was so much fun, and I know I've always said I wanted to come on these, but yeah, whenever you want me to come back, I'd love to do that.
Yeah,
because
dude. I'll tell you what. Oh, it's Wednesday. Are we doing the Wednesdays? We're doing another show we have
Oh,
behind the
yeah.
counter where it's bud tenders. So our bud tenders are going to be doing. I think
Who we got tonight?
Carter's coming in too. He
Oh,
said
yeah?
that's why we moved it to Wednesday. So
Maybe
if you
I'll-
want,
Hang out.
well, you got a jet, right?
Maybe-
but if,
maybe next time, but-
Wednesday,
but I was going to
just-
say, well, I'll keep you in the loop with our rotating schedule of podcasts.
That's awesome.
You
because
appear when you want.
Because listen, I do pop ups here,
Yeah.
but I'd love to come by and bother you during a podcast.
We've got a lot, dude. Wait till the coffee's going too. You're gonna be like, I gotta go back to the Frosted Nuggets, my weekly stop.
Ooh! I have one thing before to say before we go.
Fire away.
I asked this question out to my bud tenders to break the ice whenever I'm at a pop up, but like it's always a fun question because I used to know what like everything was coming out. Like I used to know what was hot, what's not when I was in dispensary, but now green lighting is the only thing that's hot and what's not. What are you smoking on right now? And I don't care if it's from green lighting or not. I need to know. What are you smoking?
Dave,
You can.
I don't
you can
smoke.
plug.
I don't smoke. That's why this is such like a interesting spot for me in the industry is because like I'm so new to cannabis. That's why this exists Unrolled.
You don't smoke at all?
No. That's why I'm hype about the
He drinks the
beverages.
drinks. Yeah, he does it.
Okay, that's fair.
That's why I'm hype about that, dude. Because like
Now
that was my first modality where I was like I said, dude, when I was younger, I was ignorant.
Of course.
And then I got involved in all of it. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
You're an advocate. Fine.
This is a game changer.
Now, here's
You
my thing
know?
though. Is there a reason why you don't smoke, or you just?
Even outside of like cannabis, just the thought of like stuff entering my lungs, I don't like it.
I respect it.
Yeah. Being around it too, like people like growing up, like smoke, like my parents don't, but like I had uncles and stuff who would like smoke cigarettes.
You're around
and
that guy all
things.
day. You don't smoke weed.
And Dave, dude, he'll be smoking and
Dave's like, all right, I'll be back.
I'll be like, I'll be back, or I'll just be standing there and I'll be like, hell yeah, guys. Yep. So that's why I don't ever pretend to be able to like weigh in on when people are like, so like, what's a good strain? I'm like, let me grab someone for you right now.
You're a sweetheart, but that's
Yeah.
what. But also, your lane, and that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if you were telling me, oh yeah, this is dope. I'm like, oh, it's dope. And you don't
Yeah,
smoke it?
I heard somebody say it was dope, so like you should get it. No, I will never be that person. I'll be like, that's why again, when it comes to anything with a camera or microphone, all day, I'm like, that's why I love my pocket in this industry is like, let's figure out the best ways for people to know what Miles stands for and what Miles is smoking on right now, and let's have Dave explain the intricacies of dab technology, you know, like
Primitive
let's,
dab technology.
yeah, like let's get this all out there, you know. But
I'm smoking my weed. I'm very happy that I have
Chocolate.
some of my. No, I got rid of it. Chocoloop's whacked.
R.I.P.
Yeah, it was really pretty, but it tested super low, and not that I care about that, but it just didn't burn right in the joint, and it didn't have that flavor. Like
What's the next one you got coming out? What's your?
I have my black pepper.
Black pepper?
I have right now. Oh my god,
Oh, that would
that's
smell
that's one of my
really good.
keeper of all keepers. My black pepper, Kind Bud. I have both of them right now. It's like they're both like 25-year-old keeper strains. They're coming to the grow. And I have fucking jungle of a fucking run going right now. I'm super excited. But when it comes to the store, I'm doing blueberry caviar from Cookie Small Batch. That's my shit right now. Miles isn't listening.
I'm sorry. I got a dumb work text, and I'm so sorry.
Miles is like, it's not green lightning. I'm tuned out.
I am listening. That's not true. I literally hit black pepper, and I want to smoke it. That's what I want.
But I just said in the store, the weed that you can get here, I'm smoking blueberry caviar from Cookie Small Batch. It's fucking so good.
It's good.
Oh my God.
I had the
blackberry caviar is good too, but the blueberry caviar is.
I heard the baked potato is really good.
It's all right. That's like my least favorite gilly weed.
Oh,
damn.
It's good.
Yeah. But to say that something's Dave's least favorite, it could be like top tier for someone else.
Oh, it's still amazing weed. It's just not my flavor profile.
Yeah. Good.
But the blueberry caviar. So then shout out to Jay from Twin Bridges Rolling. I had him come in and he rolled some hash rolls of my black pepper with some onyx, like some yikes. It was really good. And then I did the blueberry caviar with the black banana chem cold cure from Lily. And oh my God. Dude. Right now, it's like the tastiest joint I've ever smoked in my life.
Lily, they were one of the first people who did rosin in Jersey. And I was really happy with when they first came out. Just look, and like, this isn't me being rude. Just a little pricey. That's the only thing. That's the only, but like,
you don't have to.
they have good stuff. Yeah, I know. I'm not, I have to, dude.
It's $100 a gram.
I have to watch what I say because I got banned on Instagram for nothing. I don't know what the hell's going to happen.
I don't care. It's great. It might be the best rosin in the state, but it's $100 a gram. So it trickles. There's some people that like it.
Can't afford it.
I can't afford it either. Special occasion thing. But, But yeah, past that. What else? I like your Lēfa car.
Let me check. It brings out a scroll of like, let's look at everything that I've.
I really like the Belushi brick hash. Honestly, it's fucking really good. Dry sift brick hash.
Brick hash.
Yeah, it's like old school. It's just dry sift brick hash, but it's super gassy.
You ever tried Onyx?
Brick hash? Nah.
Onyx cultivation? Nothing from them?
Yeah, it's I have their rosin.
You have them here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I rolled up a couple stuff with their rosin too. Yeah, I like their rosin.
That's one of the first things I got into, like actually like on the market. Like Onyx was like the one that, oh shit, this is freaking crazy.
Again, still very expensive.
Bread.
Yeah, it's expensive, but it's good. I mean, it's
yeah.
But for the bang for the buck, I mean, you guys got
appreciate that.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll try.
70 a gram. I can't beat it.
No, I appreciate that. And what were we talking about before?
I've been smoking your biscotti. That's the dabs I've been doing.
Oh,
your biscotti and your wedding pie. That's the rosins I have in my thing right now. I've been going through them. Your live resin's good too, but I really love your rosins. That's the.
Tell me what you're most excited about for the Nug in 2026.
That's a great question.
My turn. I'm learning from my guy over here.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, it's nice being on the other end of.
I'm ready
questions,
for plants
man.
in the ground, dude.
Oh yeah, Dave's like.
Me and Chris are talking, or me and Frank got to talk to Chris about like irrigation stuff today and all that. It's just
funny because you got hired for like growing, and now you're like doing like business development, freaking like all this back ends. Yeah. So it'll be nice to see you get back to your roots in a way. Yeah. Roots, nice. Dude, I'm excited. I mean, there's so much to be excited about. I think the biggest thing that I can think of that I'm excited for right now is Backline, the beverages, getting that up and running. Like,
yeah,
because that's my baby right now, dude. Because I got to build that brand from scratch. Yep. Like Dave called me and was like, "We can't do the other brand that we had before. There's a trademark." And I was like, "I bet." I stayed up all night, just like literally all night, working through every possible angle because we had a manufacturing meeting where we had to like present an idea like that week. And so I'm there, and every time that I would present the idea to new people, there was like maybe the first, like some people would have questions, and then by the end of the like presentation or the meeting or whatever, they were just like, "Dude, I love this. I love this." And that's like the most rewarding feeling, to know that something that, like, again, it's been becoming more flushed out, but something that I spent just an entire night like deep diving into in like one day is something that people are like, "Oh, dude, that's so good. That's so good."
We got to give you the whole pitch, dude. We won't.
Yeah.
We don't
not right now.
No, we're not doing it here. No, everybody can't get the pitch yet, but Miles can get it.
Miles can get the pitch. Yeah,
Miles can get the pitch.
No,
sounds like a pause, but
I'm stoked about that. I'm stoked
that one.
I'm stoked about that. I'm stoked about Backline. I'm stoked about all the beverages, but dude, there's a lot of stuff. So what about you, dude? I think a good way to kind of round out is, what are you stoked about for 2026? I asked you your big lesson. What are you stoked about moving forward, dude?
It's crazy. You had the sunglasses around the whole time. This is a pretty bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was going to take them off, but now.
Can we all realize?
Vampire.
What am I most excited about in 2026?
Yep.
Well, we set the foundation pretty high in 2025. And I'm just happy for continued growth. I want more events. I want more outreach somehow possible, because we covered a lot of ground last year, but it was only like half a year. So now we got a full year under the belt, and I really want to hit the ground running. And we already have. January's already booked. January's already over, thank God. February's booked. March, we have a couple things already ironed out in the pipeline. 420's coming. Dear God.
I think we should try to do stuff with you guys quarterly or something.
Whenever,
you know what I mean?
You know.
Just saying. I think we should have something.
I guess it's a good idea.
All right. Well,
Another one. Just these guys, you know. I love working with you. As long as my calendar is free, there's always going to be a yes. So that's what I always say to you guys. And, you know, it's fun working with your friends, but also it's nice working with people who are really cool too. So.
Yeah, I'll tell you, dude. Never feels like we're coming to work.
No, sorry.
When this is what we get to do, man.
Yeah.
You're telling me this is work?
I got free stickers.
Hell yeah.
I got a brisk.
Woo. Big stuff. All right. Well, dude, Miles, thank you for popping in, man. Appreciate you and your insight and wisdom into the world of cannabis. Thank you for unrolling it with us, dude.
Thank you, Dave Squared. I appreciate you. Last call, February 13th. We'd love you to come by for the Frosted Nug, Green Lightning, Valentine's Day, Friday the 13th, extravaganza, 5 to 9 p.m. Come by, bring a friend. Don't be lonely on the holidays. You know, we got your back. So
we'll see you there.
Go team. Peace. Oh yeah, buy Lēfa too.
Yeah, there it is. Peace.